My grandmother, Trudy Bursola, um, first came to the U.S. as a Fulbright scholar at Columbia University, where she studied drama, English, and reading. And she describes her first experience here in the U.S. as a intellectually enlightening endeavor because she had met all these interesting people, and she was praised for her academic achievement. And then she went back to the Philippines and had a family, and she studied in Japan for a while, researching the history of languages such as French, language spoken in Belgium, and she had 4 paraprofessionals, which are people basically that assist her, who were working on their PhDs, so that was very interesting for her to have. And when she came to America again as a professional immigrant, she ended up being a paraprofessional in a 5th grade classroom in the Fairfield Unified School District, where she worked as paraprofessional, as I said, a sub, and an adult school teacher. And finally, she wanted to apply for a high school teaching job as an English teacher. And when she went into her interview, she found out that they didn't accept her. But it wasn't for the reasons that they told her. In the interview, they supposedly told her that she was overqualified and she wouldn't be able to connect with the students. But she then found out that the reason for their not accepting her was that she didn't have the right accent. She didn't pick up the colloquialism in Fairfield that they had expected some English teachers to have had experience with. She also didn't fit the look of the English teacher that they were looking for. And she supposedly hadn't been in the country enough, or long enough, as they thought. And she was advised to press charges against the district, to hire a civil rights lawyer. But she said that she really thought it was just an experience that she had to go through and she really believed that she'd rather be hired for her merits, for her qualifications, as opposed to being hired because a civil rights lawyer ordered that it would be fair. September rain falls on the house. In the failing light, the old grandmother sits in the kitchen with the child, beside the little marble stove, reading the jokes from the almanac, laughing and talking, to hide her tears. She thinks that her equinoctial tears and the rain that beats on the roof of the house were both foretold by the almanac, but only known to a grandmother. An excerpt from Elizabeth Bishop's Sistina.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a young boy was destined for greatness. When he was 9, he discovered that he would be going to America with his mother and his new stepfather. You see, for him, the journey was not difficult, unlike most, because all he had to do was get on a plane and wait for it to land. However, when he got there, things became difficult. You see, he didn't know the English language, and therefore had trouble communicating. When 4th grade began, he was put in a regular class, not an ESL class, and had to do the curriculum that everybody else was doing, despite the fact that he didn't speak English. However, with the help of his mother and his teachers, he was able to learn English before the end of the year, even becoming good in most of the subjects. You see, that boy was me. And if I've learned anything from that story, it's that when you put your mind to something, you can do it. Swallows travel to and fro, and the great winds come and go, and the steady breezes blow, bearing perfume, bearing love. Towered clouds forever ply, and at noonday you and I see the same sunshine above.
Let us wander where we will, something kindred greets us still, something seen on vale or hill falls familiar on the heart, so at scent or sound or sight, severed souls by day and night tremble with the same delight, tremble half the world apart. My grandma was born on May 4th, 1916. Her name was Adalgisa, which she later changed to Adele when she moved to America because it was too hard to pronounce. When she actually immigrated to America, my grandma was 15, and the sea voyage took about 30 days. She said that she remembers being seasick all of the time, and she doesn't remember going to the dining room once. I'm really proud of my grandma because she was only 15 and was on a ship with strangers for 30 days, and she did not know any English at all, and she was truly all alone. Her first reaction to America was that it was so much bigger than what she had seen of Rome, and she was amazed by the subways and trains. When she got to New York, a cousin from Vermont took her to live with them for a week, and then she got on a train to Chicago to live with her father. My grandma was 15 and was put in a first grade class for 3 months, and then she went on to an adult school for 2 years to learn English. She was 18 when she finally got to go to high school, and she was there for 4 years once she was fluent in English. I'm so proud of my grandma for everything that she went through to live in America. Also, my grandma is currently 93, and people think she's in her 70s, and she still knows Italian fluently. I'm very proud for my middle name to be Adele.